why you cannot lose weight while still doing a pretty decent diet and having exercises. Well, the simple and most straightforward answer is you are stressed and you're not solving the root problem. So in order to lose weight, you really need to understand why and how you gained weight. You have to be really like a detective and find that really root cause that made you gain weight, so you can retrace your steps, reverse your actions, reverse your thinking, reverse your feeling emotionally, and feel again how you felt before you didn't had this weight. And here's a really important distinction. When we're talking about root cause, the root cause will always be mental. Let me explain it with a simple example. Quite a few people gain weight by having, let's say, taking antibiotics. That messes up their hormonal balance and therefore they gain weight. But what's the really root cause in the situation? Is it the hormonal balance? No. There was something before. What was it? It was taking antibiotics. So, was that root cause? No, it wasn't. Because why did you take those antibiotics? Well, you took them because you had some inflammation, some disease, something you need to fight off. So that's why you started taking abortion. Was that a root cause? No. So why did you get sickness in the first place? And once you get to the answer why you got sickness first place, I can assure you that's going to be mental stress. Some kind of mental or emotional stress or distress that bothered you and brought down your immune system. Because when you're in a healthy body, small illness, disease, virus comes to you, it does not do anything because your immune system is so strong it can fight it off. There is no lasting side effects to it. So obviously there is stress, and in this world we're living right now, the 99% of the stress is mental. It's not even real. It's here in your mind. And I explained in a video before that this magical example of me playing video games, there's nothing real. I'm so engaged in this video game, in my character, winning, not losing, achieving things, that I really want to get there. I have all these emotions and my body physically feels that there's something really happening, even if there's a danger or celebration and all these things happening. My body cannot tell the difference. If I play this game and for long hours cannot overcome some obstacle, some challenge, I get stressed. And if I stay in the state of stress, it ruins my possibilities to win this game in the first place. But then again, my body is feeling stress and it might develop some disease of my body trying to signal me, Toms, you're not doing right, you're not taking care of your body, there's something bad happening, you're not releasing stress, please do something about it, and here's a reason to do it, here's a disease. So that's one way of looking at it. And yes, first of all, resolve the root cause. It might be still there with you, you might have some triggers coming up day to day, people saying you're fat, people assuring, your self-esteem, whatever the issue. You can hire a professional, coach, therapist, hypnotherapy, whatever preferred method you want, healer, shaman, whatever works for you. The most important thing, you have to face your internal world, resolve the issue, and be fine with it. And when we're talking about stress, the reason why you still have this symptom of overweight is because you're avoiding resolving it. Because avoidance is stress in the first place. Because every time you avoid something, it doesn't go away. It's still there. So your only thing you're avoiding is symptom, which is stress, but you're not resolving, so still body suffers. And the one thing you really have to remember, that stress decreases your awareness. And as your awareness decreases, your decision-making abilities also decreases. And that means you also take lousy actions, which leads to really horrible habits, and you end up basically doing the wrong things. So that's another quite possible scenario why you're still overweight, is that you're maybe having a wrong diet in the first place, which is not suitable for your digestion, your metabolic rate, for your situation, your circumstances, condition, your lifestyle. Maybe you're quitting too soon, because as soon as you're about to have results, Your mind says, no, it's not going to work, so you quit. So, or maybe even doing too much. So you go overboard, you're putting your body under so much stress that it cannot possibly work, because the stress you introduce from exercise and diet is much more than original stress, so you're still staying overweight because you're not doing things sustainably. I always urge you, when you do change something in your life, make sure you do it so it's sustainable and long term. And if you feel like becoming an Olympic athlete and do all kinds of crazy stuff, fine, you might do a bit of a quite of a leap of faith and change your life completely, but make sure you're able to sustain it. And another thing to pay attention when you try to lose weight, don't set weight loss as your goal, please. Make sure your outcome is actually health. It's this really famous and well-known example of race car drivers avoiding hitting the wall. Is when you look at the wall, your hands steer towards the wall, so you're much more likely to hit the wall. So what you need to do is look actually where you want to go. So looking away from the wall, not even knowing how close you're to the wall. So always aiming where you want, and the same thing applies here. Instead of focusing on losing weight, because body doesn't want to lose anything. Do you think your body wants to be a loser? No. Do you want to find something after you lost it? No. So don't use words and don't try to set goal of losing weight. Just focus on having outcome. Maybe leaner body. So you focus on being more leaner, more healthy. So what are the benefits? So make sure you're clear on your outcome and focus on what you want instead of what you don't want. And I'm pretty sure you don't want to gain back. So that means don't focus on losing, because lost and found. You see how it works. And finally, because we already established that your main problem at this stage is stress of not knowing, stress of frustration, what's happening with me, why is this not working, that's stress. All these emotions, everything below zero, everything negative, that's stress. Your body is suffering right now, and that doesn't give the body space to actually do anything about. So your first, even though your problem is unique, so I cannot tell what specific root cause you have, the steps you must take to get there are the same. You must reduce your stress. So basically you have to search basic principles of stress management, basic techniques of stress management, releasing stress and finding what specifically works for you, because we're all different and different things work for different people differently, slightly, where there are general guidelines. So let me go through my favorite list of what I love to do to take and release my stress. So first of all, when I get stressed, I love to move. Walking, moving, exercising, going to the gym. I really don't go to the gym, I do yoga, but it's the same thing. The idea is I want to move my body so I have more blood flowing through my body, my veins, and the hormones and emotions, everything that get generated to get flushed out sooner, so I can get my head clear, thinking clear, and I can have more awareness, because as I said, mentioned before, high stress, low awareness, and I want to have high awareness to solve my solutions faster. So first thing I do is I move. Some other people, moving doesn't work. They actually need to sit down and meditate. You might be one of those people where you just sit down, calm your mind, close your eyes, have darkness, and just observe your thoughts and meditate. Also, awesome. Another big thing is eating. And I could say guilty, but I don't really feel guilty about it, but quite often I use food basically it's emotional eating. So I use food as a tool to relieve my emotions, to deal with emotions. For example, when I feel slightly anxious or anything, there's about something to happen, sometimes I feel, okay, I want something crunchy. So I immediately know the type of food, what kind of things I need to eat to resolve this emotion, to kind of numb me down for a moment. And I know for me, quite often it's either something fatty, something crunchy, something sweet, and then I can play around. What's the healthiest way of fulfilling this need temporarily? I'm not talking about long term, temporarily, to relieve this anxiety so I can actually focus and resolve this issue at hand. And quite often I would just grab a carrot. I munch on carrot for a while, I relieve anxiety to level how I reduce my stress temporarily, then I face the issue, resolve the issue, and after that there's no guilt because I use it temporarily. Yes, sometimes it happens that there's a couple of days in a row when I'm not able to resolve my root cause emotional issue, mental issue, and I do a bit of munching too much, and I might start making a bit more unhealthy choices, unhealthy substitutes for fulfilling my cravings, and then I see some health issues at the same time, and then I'm even more motivated to resolve the issue. However, one thing you cannot avoid is actually facing root cause. However, making sure that you eat healthy, even when you have cravings, make sure you up your standard to some healthy choices like carrots, onions, whatever healthy food choices brings to your mind. All of us love high achievers, especially love doing, going, achieving, making results, outcomes, setting goals, all these things, and the mind is never in rest. Your mind and body needs rest. So make sure you sleep enough. Make sure after exercise you give it a break. Also a mental break, that you don't continue putting body under more stress, emotional, physical, or mental. Another thing I really love doing is hiking. It combines two of the things I really love is nature and movement. So I can just calmly go out for slow walks for hours and hours, discovering the beauty of nature. And as I discovered the beauty of nature, I get into this high state of awe, amazement, beauty, relaxation, and I kind of dissociate from my body, my problems, my mental chatter. And as I get into this high state, and as I come out of the hike, or even during the hike, the most magical, I can actually start processing my problems from this high state of awareness, dissociation, and see the solutions a bit more easy. So I really always love, whenever I'm stressed, once a week, I have this habit of going on a hikes. And that's another tip I can say to you. Do these things frequently, make them habits. Don't wait for stress to creep out, because quite often stress is there, you don't notice it. You're already too stressed, but you don't notice it. So if you do these things regularly, if you exercise and move regularly, day in, day out, regardless how stressed you feel, if you eat healthy no matter what, if you satisfy your cravings once in a while, so you don't suppress them, you get them rid of, and you make sure that they don't become too much of a hassle, too much of stress on their own. If you go into nature and do all these things regularly, it's that much more healthy for you. And next step is express your emotions. One thing that usually happens is you bottle your emotions up. So you don't like emotional eating, so you don't find a way how to express them. If you don't have a healthy or slightly unhealthy way of expressing your emotions, you bottle them up and your body suddenly blows up. And it could be a weight gain. A simple way of body signaling, there's suppressed emotions, you have something impressing, please pay attention, please express me, please process me, please digest me. And because you don't do it, there's some side effects on health, stress, and finds the way into the weight gain. And always keep it positive. Keep mindful, keep observing your mind, and try to ask positively framed questions so you actually reduce the stress, because as I said, most stress is mental, and how you can reduce it by controlling and reducing your mental stress. The next thing is meditate. So I mentioned before, just meditate, clear your mind, observe, detach from anything, and meditate from point of view of detaching, because you can always remind yourself you're not your body, you're not your mind. You have body and you have mind, you have good friends, you have to build a relationship with these amazing entities, amazing people, persons, characters, whatever you want to name them, and you have to take care of them. However, you cannot be in there with them, associated, because then you're too deep. Especially the most problem is when you associate with emotion, you take so deep on board that you're not able to actually resolve it. Emotion takes over, you're not in control. So meditation is an also amazing tool to build your skill of detachment, so you have that awareness, so you're actually in control. Whether you're stress eating or not, whether you're munching or not, whether you're taking good actions for yourself or not, or you're just reacting automatically. So meditation is an awesome tool. Another amazing tool you can do is affirmations. So you can gently reprogram your subconscious mind, putting good seeds in there, plant good things, and eventually over time, if you water them, take care of them, they will grow into something magical. Another amazing thing is put yourself into an empowering environment. make sure maybe you'll have plants around you, make sure there's some plants, maybe you have a good view. So small things. For example, I know for myself that I love seeing plants, I love seeing green, and either I have plants or I have a beautiful nature outside. When I'm working, I want to have beautiful view. So I make sure I have office or desk with a nice view, so I can always lift my eyes, lift my gaze off the computer, rest my eyes, release mental tension from my eyes, release in that way, and then just enjoy, just connect with the beauty of the nature for a couple of moments. So make sure you have an amazing, nurturing environment. Next thing is connect. Connect with people, connect with animals, and make sure these people, these connections are empowering. So some place where you can express yourself, believe yourself, make you feel yourself heard, understood. So connect with friends, family, friends, animals, and like-minded individuals. And another really amazing and really powerful tool is breath. First of all, just become awareness of small details of your breath. How shallow or deep is your breath? How fast is it? How slow it is? The temperature of the air. And at first, just observe. If you're really anxious, depressed, overwhelmed, you don't want to really slow it too down, because that gives another stress of you not being able to go where you were able to go in a bit more relaxed state, especially for breath holds. That's another amazing tool how to detect how stressed I am. I just do Wim Hof method routine, do a breath hold, time it, and I know my averages. And if I cannot stand for certain, if I'm standing below my average, I know I'm stressed, I need to release stress, and then I know, okay, there's something wrong. And this expectation is something to take care. So don't expect yourself to be always at the same level, so pace yourself. Start slowing down your breath to calm yourself, slow it down, give yourself time. If you're really excited, anxious, give yourself half an hour, give yourself an hour to slow your breath slowly. And don't expect yourself to calm down from really bad state in 5 breaths. Don't expect that. And if you don't expect, give yourself space, and it will be magic. Give yourself an hour, half an hour, maybe 2 hours. Give yourself as much time as you need to calm yourself down and relax. And another one is journal. Express yourself through journaling. If you don't have friends available at this specific moment, express it on a paper, on iPad, on a computer, type it out, write it out. It's always better to type it with a pen. I have my iPad and a digital pencil, amazing, love it. That's another amazing way to express yourself. And the final one, maybe, just maybe, you already have your ideal weight and you have nothing to lose. Seriously, maybe it's only thing that's only stress you have is expectation from society, from friends, from family, from other people telling you are too fat, and maybe you're not. Maybe you already have your ideal body, and the only thing missing is that you only need to accept. I already have my ideal body. Yes, it's a bit chubby, but it's fine. It's nice and chubby. I love it as it is, and only stress I have is pressure from society. And then you ask, what do you really want? And once you know what you really know, you have that much more power to actually get it. So make sure you're actually chasing your dreams, not someone else's dreams. And once you know, make sure you have clear dreams to chase. Hope this helps you to empower yourself, to love yourself a bit more, and to make your life a bit more magical. As always, smile, be present, and see you on the next one as you're having it magical.